Consider how the apostles were willing to die for this resurrection claim. Few people will die for a known lie. One scholar put it this way: they did not die for deeply held beliefs about which they could have been honestly mistaken. I want to remind you of the record of Fox's Book of Martyrs. Listen to the fate of each one of the apostles. James, the brother of John, was beheaded by Herod Agrippa in 44 AD. Philip was scourged, thrown in prison, then crucified in Phrygia around 54 AD. Matthew was slain with a halberd in Ethiopia, 60 AD. I had to look up, what is a halberd? It's a really long axe. Matthias was stoned at Jerusalem and then beheaded. Andrew was arrested and crucified on a cross in what is modern Turkey. The two ends of the cross were fixed transversely on the ground, hence the derivation of the term St. Andrew's cross. Peter was crucified upside down at the hands of Nero in 66 AD. Thaddeus was crucified 72 AD, and so too was Bartholomew in India. Doubting Thomas was thrust through with a spear in India as well. Simon the Zealot died a martyr's death of crucifixion in Britain in 74 AD. James the Less, the son of Alphaeus, was stoned by the Jews, and then he had his head bashed in with a fuller's club. Concerning John, the beloved apostle, he was cast by Domitian into a cauldron of boiling oil, yet was miraculously unharmed. Fox reports he was the only apostle to escape a violent death. Let's pause for a quick review. 9 arguments for the resurrection as a fact of history. First, history, archaeology, and manuscript evidence support the authenticity of the New Testament Gospels. Number 2, per said Gospels, the death of Jesus was actual, literal, and genuine. Number 3, the Pharisees and religious leaders quickly secured Jesus' tomb. Number 4, the numerous eyewitnesses claimed he rose from the dead. Number 5, the apostles' dramatic change in behavior. Number 6, the apostles' violent martyrdom. Number 7, the early church changed its day for worship. The early church changed its day for worship. Instead of worshiping and resting on the 6th day of the week, or the 7th day of the week, the early church began to worship on Sunday as a replacement of the Sabbath. They called this first day the Lord's Day. Why? In light of his resurrection. 8th, Jesus and the prophets prophesied of his resurrection. We don't have time, but we could turn to Isaiah 53, Acts chapter 2, Psalm chapter 16. Time after time, Jesus told his disciples that he must go to Jerusalem and die and then rise again. Psalm 16:10 is one such prophecy. I want you to think about it. Written hundreds of years before Christ entered the scene. Psalm 16:10 says this: Yahweh will not abandon his anointed one's soul to Sheol, or let his anointed one see corruption. Finally, last but not least, the 9th, the existence of the church. The existence of the church. Your presence here today. How do you explain such a small band of Jewish Christ followers transforming itself into the largest and most enduring religion across the globe? How do you explain that? Consider this. There were more believers in Zeus in the first century. It's estimated tens of millions than Christians. Early in the book of Acts, we have what? Barely over 100. But where are the disciples of Zeus today? AI estimates there are just a few thousand. And they're really Hellenistic reconstructionists, not so much followers of Zeus. These 9 arguments testify to the resurrection as a fact of history. Which means this: if you're sitting here today as a Christian who truly believes Jesus Christ rose from the dead, you're not an idiot. You actually believe in something very rational, yet something that does require faith.